Okay, so if you haven't gone and read my last post, like, you don't deserve the right to eat, you just get to do it, go and read that, because right now what I'm going to do is I wanted to kind of talk about exactly how to go about, like, working through that. So this was a very real thing that I struggled with when before, like, when I was fine and I had a healthy relationship with, like, food and fitness. Like, I would eat my plate and then I would finish your plate and then I would have dessert and then I would probably have a snack later, to, like, I can't eat food at all. But it got to be so destructive that I felt I had to earn my food. I had to earn my worth. Just like when, for me, counting calories was the biggest thing, because I would try to always undershoot, because if I'm eating less, then I'm losing more weight and that's better. But that's not the case either. So then this became super destructive and it took on a whole other life of itself. It wasn't just about losing weight, it was about finding my worth and being worthy enough to eat food. And if anything kind of fell off track or wasn't good enough, I wouldn't eat. Now, I didn't have a diagnosable eating disorder, but I feel a lot of us have fallen into that, where we're kind of in between of, like, healthy eating and, like, this is really bad, where we could bounce on either end. So I just wanted to say that again real quick. So for me, and what I always say is, health is a lot more mental and emotional than it is actually physical. We know too much. So in order to get past that, in order to make food okay, in order to make health okay, we need to actually start looking at ourselves and our relationship with it. So the first thing is super simple. It is just realizing that you are worthy, that you deserve to have food. It is a basic human basic human right. So there's no need for you to be worthy enough to eat it. That's step one. And then step number 2 is just to actually start eating. And I know this is super painful. I know this is super, like, no, duh, but I need more help. But that's literally all it takes. Step 1, understanding it's a human right. And step 2 is actually start eating. Let me explain. So tomorrow I'm going to share another post about the difference between can and can't, and how those simple words can really help you with, like, your cravings and going towards food. But, like, starting now, if you don't feel like you deserve to eat, step 1 is actually making yourself something to eat. So if you don't feel you deserve anything at all, go out and buy yourself something, or get that thing that you've been waiting for in the fridge or the freezer, or just make yourself some food, but eat. Or if you have the other extreme, which I definitely did as well, of I'm going to stuff myself silly and feel really bad and guilty and let myself sit in the body of disgust that I am, eat something good and healthy and clean. Don't go for the junk. I know it's a lot easier said than done, but simply starting, just eat food. And working through the emotions, which I will talk about tomorrow, is also going to help. But you don't need to earn it. You are good enough just because you are here.